So I had the opportunity to play Splatoon Raiders for quite a few hours now, and um, I have found a great appreciation for this game. I did not expect myself to really enjoy Splatoon Raiders as much as I had, and it truly surprised me. You know, I've played other looter shooters before, and most recently I've been playing Borderlands 3 because I found it for free on PlayStation. And I don't mind looter shooters, and I usually find them a lot of fun. But even though I'm talking about this, I want to make it very clear off the bat. This game is an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's any higher than an 8 out of 10. It does a lot of cool things, especially with the Splatoon IP, but I don't think it has enough of that like special oomph to push it higher than an 8. And I'll talk about why here in a little bit, but I wanted to really talk about what I really liked about the game. That way, for some of you who may be on the fence about whether or not I should get Splatoon Raiders or not, that way you can make an informed decision for yourself. So first off, one of the biggest things I liked about the game immediately is the gameplay loop. Now, I'll be honest with you. For most people, if you're looking at YouTube or on Twitch and you're watching somebody else play, I think the game will look boring to you until you play it for yourself. And that's coming from someone who also felt the same way. And when I first saw Splatoon Raiders, I was like, oh, this is going to be boring. I'm not going to care about this. But as I got a chance to try it and play it, I was like, oh, no, this is cool. This is different. I'm quite enjoying this. Now, the standard play for this game, it starts with you going onto the big map. You select a location. And then once you select that location, you'll do the objective for it. So it could be start from this point and reach the end and hit all the checkpoints. It could be you're in this kind of open world, this more open level build, and you have to go around killing enough enemies or hitting enough checkpoints to charge your ability to maybe drill into a new spot to get to the end. Or maybe it's a wave on wave where you have to defeat enough waves of enemies in a certain period of time to defeat everybody and finally get the treasure that you're looking for at the end. What makes it the looter shooter is that as you continue to defeat enemies, they start dropping random loot. So maybe it's new weapons, maybe it's gadget upgrades, maybe it's upgrades for your base or whatnot. And so you use it to level up over time in different ways. And you don't realize how exciting that is until you do it and you're like, oh, I finally got a new roller, so now I can go back to using rollers. I like using that. Or maybe I like using the umbrellas, and now I finally got an umbrella that I can use there. And so it allows you to kind of build in that. Also within it, after in between your missions that you're choosing on the map, you have an option to go back to your home base, where in your home base you can upgrade it, you can decorate it with different things that you can shoot at or manipulate with. They offer the ability to upgrade gadgets, which we'll talk about more here in a second. You can upgrade your weapons to be even stronger than what you found them at. And then you can view all sorts of things, kind of like a compendium or a collectopedia, so you can kind of see who you fought and what you've collected along the way. And it's kind of addictive, and it's really good for a lot of start-stop gamers where I don't have a lot of commitment time, but maybe I have 15 minutes to carve out a mission or two and see if I unlock more things to level up my character for it. Now, the second thing I really like, and I think that they really hit the spot with this, and I hope that they find maybe not the exact same way to bring it to Splatoon 4, but I would love to see a variation of this. But the gadget system is so good in this game because for once, you're not being pigeonholed to a specific gadget based off of what weapon you buy from Sheldon in a shop. Now here, you can choose what gadgets you like. And gadgets are also built off of the class. There's 3 classes. There's speed class, power class, and tactician class, where each of those classes have gadgets for its own tank. And so it's really good because not only is there different options for leveling up those tanks, but now there's different playstyles that are facilitated by the different gadgets you have options to. And this is really cool because you can upgrade those gadgets for them to be mediocre tools to kind of help you get through a level, to where some of these gadgets can kill waves of enemies without you having to do anything. Especially with when you're using power tank most recently, when I've been using it, where you get access to the power hatchet, where you can press it and it'll carve through a wave of enemies in front of you. And then you combine that with the squid ability, where you shoot it out and there's a ring of squids that just surround you and do damage and put ink on the ground, which you can upgrade that to make that even more powerful. It's a way to build on the existing grenade system that we had in Splatoon, but it also gives another avenue for you to build onto your character and upgrade them as you play. And one more thing that I love about this is that the game just runs well. It runs extremely well. It's buttery smooth, even with all of the enemies and all of the ink and paint all over the field. Not once did I have a single frame drop in the maybe 5 or 6 hours I've played. And to be honest, I've always had this opinion, but I think that high frame rates don't really matter. I think it's more important that for a game should have a consistent frame rate that matches the kind of content it has. And Splatoon hits the mark easily. Even though it's at a lock 60, it's a lock 60 and it doesn't move from that. It's 60 all the way through. Visually, I don't know what resolution it's running at. I'm thinking, at least from what I've seen on my monitor and then on my big screen, it looks like the game's running in 1440p. But the game looks great, so don't let the 1440p make you don't let that make you think it sounds bad. That's a good thing. The game visually looks good, but I would say easily the visual standouts in this game is for the ink and the paint effects that happens, the way the light reflects off it, and the way that it interacts with the player. And if the player jumps while they're standing in any ink, it'll come up with the player too. It's really cool, and it's a way to really build on this game. The biggest thing that pushes me from this game being an 8 versus being a 9 for me is I think it just needed just a little bit more of an expanded multiplayer. Now, before all the people in the comments are like, but it's a single player game and that's the focus. Like, yes, I'm not saying that we need a turf war. We don't need turf war in this game. If you want to play turf war, go play Splatoon 3 or the other 2 Splatoon games. I think this would have benefited from having a little bit of a newer multiplayer thing to kind of add on to what's existing. Not something big, but I'm saying things like maybe gadget races or squid racing, right? There are different levels in the game where you're going to use gadgets to traverse through the whole level. And this could have been an opportunity to have players race against each other and build on their skills in their squid forms or with their gadgets to get better times and to beat races against each other. And then another thing that I think would have been really cool to see is possibly, and this could come out as DLC or this could be something in Splatoon 4 later down the line, but I think it would have been cool to see maybe something like a custom dungeon or encounter building. Maybe not allowing the player to build, full levels by themselves, but maybe they can select a level template. Like you got, there's these maybe 10 level templates you can choose. And then from there, you can choose different enemy spawns. You can choose what types of enemies that come out of spawn. You can choose the objective that the player has, right? I think that would be something cool in the future to kind of really propel this game and to make it something special. But overall, I think that Splatoon Raiders is a really neat game. I think that a lot more people would like it than they think they would. And I think that a lot of you should try it if you haven't. Or at least go watch somebody play it with someone else. Don't watch somebody play it by themselves. Go watch somebody do it with their team of 4 or even a team of 2, because that's where you're going to see where this game really grows. I will also say multiplayer wise, this is where the game really compels itself, because working with a teammate to reach your objectives, it will also propel you to want to continue to keep going too. But enough about me. What do you guys think about Splatoon Raiders? Let me know down in the comments if you picked Splatoon Raiders up, or if you haven't yet, if you're thinking about it, or if you're like, nah, Splatoon Raiders isn't for me. I'll wait till Ocarina of Time comes out, or I'll wait till Nintendo Switch Sports 2 or whatever it's called comes out. But enough waffling from me. I guess I'll see you guys later.